Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holder Community, Oceania Hundoke, together with Reverend Yutaka Yamada. Today's Friday, the 13th of June, 2025, or the 18th of May, in the 13th year of Chongalguk. Thank you all for coming, and let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Chandicham Puninge, Kyombe, Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
가전맨세 3. 전국 주인, 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과 판조권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 3. Our family, the owner of Chongalguk, pledges to perfect the 4 great realms of heart, the 3 great kingships, and the realm of the royal family by centering on true love.
Thank you. I'd like to share again Mother's prayer that she gave at the New Year's benediction in February 2013. Beloved Heavenly Parent, we have now ushered in the new year 2013. We are deeply grateful to you for allowing the heavenly world and the earthly world to unite as one in mind and heart, and solemnly begin this first day of the year in which we will celebrate the foundation day of Chongalguk in the presence of the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Our Heavenly Parent, what a history of sorrow and grief you have had to go through to establish Chongalguk, to complete the history of the providence of restoration through indemnity caused by the fall of the first human ancestors. You have had to lead the providence of salvation and have your heart rent by each and every one of the sacrifices and mistakes made by the providential central figures whom you established. How many tears of blood you have wept in the background of such history, in particular, ever since the coronation ceremony of the kingships of God was performed and Chongalguk declared in 2001 on the foundation of True Parents' victorious realm. During the last 12 years, we have lived each day as if it were 1,000 years and 1,000 years as if it were a day, begrudging every moment that passed and exerting ourselves to the utmost. The era after the coming of heaven was proclaimed, and Chongjonggung was built on earth and dedicated to you, thus establishing on the rock of ages the ground whereupon the Heavenly Parent could come to settle on earth. And in the presence of all of heaven and earth, enthronement and coronation ceremonies were performed through which the Heavenly Parent was liberated and freed. Most beloved Heavenly Parent, with Foundation Day only 12 days away, we should repent with all our heart for all the responsibilities we have failed to fulfill until now. The true family and the blessed family should become one under the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, and prepare a new environment in which we can give ourselves as living offerings for Chongalguk in the realm of Simjong, which is characterized by one heart, one body, one mindset, and one harmony. I declare that all members of the unification family across the world are resolving to become one with true parents, one with true parents' will, and to fulfill their mission as tribal messiahs at all costs, and to make a new beginning. As we usher in the first year of Chongalguk in 2013, I hope and pray that the entire worldwide unification family and all peoples will open the gates to an amazing new era of peace and prosperity, in which the physical and spiritual worlds will overflow with heavenly blessings and the Heavenly Parent's great love. All this we offer and request in the name of the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Arju, Arju, Arju. Thank you. And let's give a warm welcome to Rev Yutaka as he shares this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining today's morning Fundoke. Today is also the great day. Let's create a beautiful day to our Heavenly Parent and True Parents. Today is June 13. So 19 years ago, there was the entrance ceremony of Jeonjeongun. Do you remember the year 2006, June 13? And also today is the blessing anniversary of the blessing in 1998. So first batch of 360 million couple blessing. So if you receive blessing at that moment, please remember the moment and let's appreciate the Heavenly Parent and True Parents, and of course appreciate your husband, appreciate your wife. So each blessing anniversary time is precious time. So please also spend time well. So I'd like to share some activity photo. This is the photo from Sydney side. So last night Sydney also organized some event and to explain about Family Federation FWPU and also doing some games. So you can see missionary and also guest. So always we will prepare several program event. So teaching divine principle, teaching the True Parents thought is of course important, and in the same time we will create the project or activity and we will work together. Those cooperation is also needed. So each center or each countries please organize well for several project and activity and to contribute for society and nation. This is also one of our missions, how to testify Heavenly Parent and how to serve the society through substantial investment. So internally, externally, always we will prepare well and also serve well. And today is a Friday, so tonight we will join the Chonshimon prayer overall together. So please attend well. And also after Fundoke, we will have a breakout session. So please join the breakout session. Okay, so thank you, our brothers and sisters. Today, let's continue to study the value of true parents in heaven's providence. And this chapter 5 is this true father, the returning Messiah, who inherited the mission of Jesus. So let's start. Mrs. Na, please.
He comes on the victorious foundation of the fundamental providence of God's side up to the time of Jesus. He also stands upon the victorious foundation of Jesus' life and will find the bride that Jesus could not find. Together they become the true parents to save all mankind. As stated in these words, according to Heavenly Parents' will, the one who inherits Jesus' mission and foundation meets the only begotten daughter, and they become the true parents and save humankind.
Thank you. So what kind of existence is the second advent of the Messiah? This is the person who inherit the mission from Jesus Christ based on the victorious foundation of our Jesus and fulfill and complete this mission. Please.
Let us look at where, when, and how Jesus' second coming was accomplished in keeping with this principle of Heavenly Parents' providence of the second coming. First, Heavenly Parent had Jesus return among the chosen Korean people where the only begotten daughter is born. Heavenly Parent could not send the only begotten daughter among the people of Israel, who bore responsibility for what happened to Jesus, who was to be the true Father.
Yes, so what's the purpose of the second advent of the Messiah? He have to return or come to the same country with only begotten daughter and to meet her and to receive the holy wedding ceremony and to fulfill the ideal of true parents and to become, of course, true father. Please.
Heavenly Parent selected the Korean people centered on the Korean Han dynasty as the new chosen people to whom the only begotten daughter would be sent. It is to them that Heavenly Parent sent the only begotten daughter and enabled the second coming of Jesus. Therefore, the Messiah at the second coming also appeared among the chosen Korean people.
Yes. So, what is the Heavenly Parent providential plan? And where does He think to send the only begotten daughter? So, this is the central providence or central pillar of the providence in the providence of heaven or priority. And Heavenly Parent choose the chosen Korean people. So, second advent of the Messiah also would be returned to that country. Please.
Second, once Heavenly Parent has confirmed the existence of the conditions for the birth of the only begotten daughter, Heavenly Parent called the one who will become the Messiah at the second coming and had him prepare for the marriage supper of the Lamb that Jesus could not accomplish 2,000 years ago. According to this principle, Heavenly Parent confirmed that the birth of the only begotten daughter would come through the marriage of Hong Soon Hae, Dae Mo Nim, and Han Sung Ho Dae Bu Nim, which took place in 1934 and in 1935, called the one who would become the Messiah at the second coming, and had him prepared to receive the only begotten daughter. On that foundation, Heavenly Parent guided him to hold the holy wedding with the only begotten daughter in 1960 and established a family.
Thank you. So, the birth of the only begotten daughter is the central pillar of the providence. That's why this confirmation will be needed and also important, because the main purpose of the providence is not the second advent of Messiah. Main purpose is the emergence of the true parents. That's why this is an important part. So I will read this part again. According to this principle, Heavenly Parent confirmed that the birth of the only begotten daughter would come through the marriage of 혼승은, 혼순의 대모님, and 한승은 대부님, which took place in 1934. And in 1935, called the one who would become the Messiah at the second coming and had him prepared to receive the only begotten daughter. On that foundation, Heavenly Parent guided him to hold the holy wedding with the only begotten daughter in 1960 and establish a family. So we can see this is the background before the advance of the arrival appointment of the Messiah at the second coming and those holy wedding ceremony. Please.
Third, Heavenly Parent chose one person among the chosen Korean people to inherit Jesus' messianic mission. Since Jesus had already gone to the spirit world, he could not take on a physical body again. Among the chosen Korean people, Heavenly Parent called and chose a person who was the descendant of ancestors with many good accomplishments, had the heavenly character capable of fulfilling the mission of the Messiah at the second coming, possessed the necessary acquired conditions, and was prepared at the time and place required for Heavenly Parent's providence.
Yes, Heavenly Parent choose one person among the chosen Korean people to inherit Jesus' messianic mission. So we could see this is the appointment and choose our true Father to be the second advent of the Messiah among Korean people. Please.
Heavenly Parent had Jesus transfer the messianic mission to this person and passed on all the foundation he had established. The one who inherited Jesus' mission had to walk the path of responsibility to first create the environment and foundation to become the true Father and then to receive the only begotten daughter.
Yes, so this is the process. So first, Heavenly Parent called this person and let him go the path to prepare for meeting only begotten daughter and to become true parents. Please.
The primary purpose of Jesus' second coming is, as he prophesied, to solemnize the marriage supper of the Lamb by receiving the only begotten daughter who will be sent by Heavenly Parent in the future. Then together they would become the true parents of humankind. This is Jesus' hope. Therefore, the primary purpose of the one who will become the Messiah at the second coming is precisely to celebrate the marriage supper of the Lamb with the only begotten daughter, whom Heavenly Parent has sent, and together become the true parents of humankind.
Yes, so the purpose of this second advent is also same with Jesus Christ. His purpose is to become the true parents of humankind. Please.
True parents save fallen human beings by giving them rebirth as Heavenly Parents' sons and daughters, and guiding them to complete Heavenly Parents' ideal world of creation. The one who will become the Messiah at the second coming is first destined to walk the path of preparation to achieve this purpose. On their foundation, by receiving the only begotten daughter sent by Heavenly Parent and participating in the holy wedding, he achieves the positions of true parent and Messiah at the second coming.
Yes, so true parents save fallen human beings by giving them rebirth as Heavenly Parents, sons and daughters, and guiding them to complete Heavenly Parents' ideal world of creation. So we know that the ideal of true parents, they come on this earth and to meet each other, and they will receive the holy wedding and to become true parent. But what is after that? Through the blessing, true parents have to save all humanity and to change their lineage from foreign lineage to God lineage and to let them become the children of our heavenly parent. That's why ideal of true parents is not just becoming the true parents itself, and after that have to save all humanity to bring them back in front of heavenly parent. Please.
In accordance with these principles of the providence of the second coming, Heavenly Parent confirmed that the birth of the only begotten daughter would come through the marriage of Daimonim and Daebunim, which took place on March 1934. And on April 17, 1935, Heavenly Parent called the one who would become the Messiah at the second coming. Among the chosen Korean people, Heavenly Parent chose Moon Sun Myung, true father, from the Nampyeong Moon clan that had many righteous accomplishments, to inherit the victorious foundations that Jesus had achieved by successfully reaching maturity, and to take on Jesus' remaining mission of assuming the position of true parent.
So with this background, the Father met the Jesus Christ and inherited this mission of Jesus Christ. So you can see this year, so Temonim and Tebunim marriage ceremony was on March 5, 1934, and the meeting between Jesus Christ and True Father was on April 17, 1935. So we can see there was those also the background. Please.
As the one who inherited the mission of the only begotten Son, Jesus, Moon Sun Myung began the course to prepare to receive the only begotten daughter and participated together with her in the marriage supper of the Lamb. He walked the responsible course to seek out the truth, establish a foundation of support among Korean Christianity, and establish a national foundation in Korea to receive the only begotten daughter. By meeting True Mother, the only begotten daughter, and participating with her in the marriage supper of the Lamb, he acceded to the position of true parents.
Thank you. So, what is the first purpose of the second advent Messiah or True Father? First, he should unite the Christianity into one and to prepare the foundation and welcome the only begotten daughter and to hold the holy wedding ceremony. So this is the important mission. Please.
In Heavenly Parents' providence, the true parents are the true ancestors of humankind and the embodiment of Heavenly Parent. Although Jesus is Heavenly Parent's only begotten Son, after the one who inherits his messianic mission holds the holy marriage with Heavenly Parent's only begotten daughter, and together they become the true parents of humankind, Jesus works in cooperation with the true parents for the providence of salvation. After True Father's Chonju Songhwa in 2012, True Mother proclaimed Foundation Day on Earth in 2013 and opened Chunungkook. Since then, True Mother on Earth has been carrying out the providence of Chunungkook together with True Father in the heavenly realms.
Thank you. So please read this the first area, first part I will read again. Although Jesus is Heavenly Parent's only begotten Son, after the one who inherits his messianic mission holds the holy marriage with Heavenly Parent's only begotten daughter, and together they become the true parents of humankind, Jesus works in cooperation with the true parents for the providence of salvation. So please see this part. So when does Jesus work together with the prepared person? It says, after the one holds the holy wedding, Jesus works. So this is also the important point. True Father inherited the mission when he was 15, 16 years old, but from that moment, he should go the preparation process and to connect with Christianity and prepare to meet the only begotten daughter. And in 1960, finally, he joined the holy wedding ceremony and become the true parents. Then New Providence would be starting. Please.
True Father's call and the beginning of the providence for the second coming. True Father Sun Myung Moon was born on the sixth day, 1/6 by the lunar calendar in 2020 in Jeongju, North Pyongan Province, now North Korea, to his father Moon Kyung-yu, Chongbunim, and his mother Kim Kyung-gae, Chongmunim. As a young child, True Father displayed great spiritual insight and was deeply concerned about the problems of life and the universe.
Yes, thank you. So this is the birth of our true father. So 1/6 is January 6 by the lunar calendar in 1920. Okay, please.
His family was Confucian, but because the Messiah at the second coming must appear on a Christian foundation. Heavenly Parent guided True Father's family to convert to Christianity and led True Father to become a devout Christian. After becoming a Christian, he led a life of deep prayer and meditation, tearfully pleading with Heavenly Parent to solve humanity's suffering and the fundamental problems of the universe. Around the time Heavenly Parent called him to take on and complete Jesus' mission, True Father's family experienced many difficult events. This was the course of indemnity that True Father's family had to pass through in order for him to receive Heavenly Parent's special call.
So True Father himself was deeply concerned about the problems of life and the universe and tried to find the truth. And also in his family, there was many difficult events. So have you heard these things? Suddenly animal shouting or crazy, or the relative also becoming crazy or die, or anyway, there are so many incident or spiritual incident was happened at that moment. So that's why those things were also one of the preparation time period for him to become the Messiah of the second advent. Please.
At the appointed time, Heavenly Parent called True Father. As dawn broke on April the 17th, 1935, Jesus appeared in the Spirit before True Father, then 15 years old, after he had prayed all night on Myodu mountain. In fear and deep emotion, True Father saw Jesus' sorrowful face and clearly heard his voice. Jesus asked True Father to take on and fulfill the mission that he had been unable to complete.
Yes, so this is the moment of the appointment which was taken by our Heavenly Parent. So we can see he called True Father to be the second advent of the Messiah. Please.
Jesus told him that Heavenly Parent was deeply saddened because of the suffering of humankind and asked True Father to take on the mission of true parents that he had originally been meant to fulfill for Heavenly Parent's providence on earth. True Father refused several times, but after deeply sympathizing with Heavenly Parent's indescribable sorrow and pain, he finally accepted Jesus' mission, thinking that if he refused until the end, another person with his qualifications might never be found. True Father wholeheartedly determined to devote his life to saving fallen humankind and fulfilling Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation to bring joy to Heavenly Parent.
So True Father had time with Jesus Christ and to feel the heart of a Heavenly Parent and to offer the sincere devotion or deep prayer or conversation. And finally, True Father decided to accept this mission of the Jesus and also to fulfill this mission. Please.
Jesus revealed to him profound and remarkable truths about Heavenly Parent's providence, showed him the spirit world, and taught him about the providential task that lay ahead. Thus, in accordance with Heavenly Parent's will, Jesus' messianic mission passed on to True Father.
Yes, so this was the starting time of the providential mission of our True Father. Please.
True Father, who received Heavenly Parent's divine mandate, participated in the holy wedding with the only begotten daughter, and together they became the true parents. They began their life course together to fulfill the mission of realizing the ideal world of creation, whereby humankind is restored and attends Heavenly Parent substantially. True Father first had to fulfill certain qualifications based on the principles of creation and prepare the environment and foundation centered on Christianity to receive the only begotten daughter sent by Heavenly Parent.
Yes. So through Father who received Heavenly Parent's divine mandate, participated in the holy wedding with the only begotten daughter, and together they became the true parents. They began their life course together to fulfill the mission of realizing the ideal world of creation, whereby humankind is restored and attains heavenly parent substantially. So this providence was held and also started. So becoming true parents and continue to restore the all humanity. Please.
Then, upon that foundation, by receiving the only begotten daughter and participating in the holy wedding, he assumed the position of true parent and the Messiah at the second coming. The purpose for which 2,000 years ago Jesus had promised to return was to participate in the holy wedding with the only begotten daughter and together become the true parents.
Yes. So through these things, we could see the first purpose or the main purpose of Jesus Christ to meet only begotten daughter and to have a marriage supper of the Lamb and to become true parents fulfilled. So we can see those background. So this is the final slide today, please.
Therefore, true Father who had inherited Jesus' mission must receive the only begotten daughter, participate with her in the holy wedding, thus advancing with her to the position of true parents. With heaven's cooperation and in accordance with the principles of creation, true Father needed to be aware of his own portion of responsibility as a human being and to determine himself to walk the path of true parents by receiving the only begotten daughter and participating in the holy wedding.
So this is also the important part. I will please see the second part. With heaven's cooperation and in accordance with the principles of creation, the Father needed to be aware of his own portion of responsibility as a human being and to determine himself to walk the path of true parents by receiving the only begotten daughter and participating in the holy wedding. So the Father himself had the responsibility and he have to go this way in accordance with the principle of creation and to prepare and overcome by own effort. And also not only just the preparation of the mission of true parents, he also accepted and to determine to fulfill the mission of true parents. This is also the important thing. So today we share about the Father's life course and also the process of the appointment of the true Father as the second advent of the Messiah and even background of his birth and also the birth or marriage of Temonim and Tebunim. So through going through those background history, finally, the Father stood as the second advent Messiah and to met only begotten daughter and to become true parents. So we could see those stories. So some part we also learn as the life course of our true father and true mother. But through those contents, we can once again learn and also can see those content and connect with heart of our heavenly parent. So anyway, continuously we are learning this new content. So let's study well and also share this message to our brothers and sisters. So thank you very much, our brothers and sisters, to join today's morning hundoke. Have a great time. 감사합니다.
Kamsamnida, thank you very much, Rev Yutaka, for sharing, as always, in the morning with us. As you mentioned, today we have our breakout sessions. So I've created 3 rooms. The first one for witnessing, the second for peace and security, the third for PCLC. So just join the room you wish. Rooms are open now. Yep, welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a good chance to share. Time now for us to offer our unison prayer. So I'll just bring up the screen. There it is. So let's pray together. Jew, Jew, Jew. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming, and thank you again, Reverend Yutaka, for sharing. And I hope everyone has a great day, and see you all again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good day.